So welcome back, Bethany. How have you been doing this week?
I mean, it's interesting to say the least, I guess. It's just one of my exes, he's just bringing up, like, the whole custody thing right now. Like, he thinks that we should get something in written, because, like, right now we've kind of just worked it out where, like, because, like, he lives in the same school district as as the kids do, so, like, thankfully, like, that's not a burden, and, like, having them switch schools and stuff, because that would just be too much for them. So, thankfully, that is okay, but, so right now, like, Sunday through Wednesday, and then they're with me, and then, after school on Wednesday, he'll pick them up, and he has them Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, he thinks that we should go and, he's a lawyer himself, so he can do it himself. But he thinks I should get a lawyer, and we should just sit down. And, like, he was very civil about it. Like, he wasn't trying to start a confrontation, but it's just one more thing down on my list. And, like, I can't afford a lawyer, so that's just that. And, like, I was talking to my girlfriend, and I was just like, and she just, like, was trying to make me feel better about it, but it just is so stressful. I just don't really feel like dealing with it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I understand that can be stressful. How are the kids doing? You said that they were acting out before. Has anything gotten better?
Melanie has done better. I think it must have just been, like, a rough week or something. Maybe something, I don't really know what happened with her dad. She didn't really talk about it. Like, she didn't say anything specifically happened. I'm just like, maybe something did, I don't know. But, as far as Bradley goes, I haven't had as many complaints necessarily called from the school, but I mean, I think there still are, like, they're definitely still happening. I'm not sure, like, if he's just being bullied or if he doesn't really, like the sports anymore. Like, there's just, like, a million questions running through my head as, like, to why he's doing it, and I just, like, can't figure it out. I just don't know why.
Right. How does that make you feel with him acting out?
Kind of like a failure. Like, I just feel like, because, like, it's hard with, like, me, like I said, like, working the two jobs, plus trying to, like, now work out with this whole custody thing. It's just, like, I'm trying to manage and balance, like, 1,000 million things on my plate. So, like, I feel bad that I can't, like, figure out, like, why he's doing that. Like, I feel like as a mom, like, I should be, like, figuring that out myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and, like, I tried, like, sitting down, like, in, like, this small spare free time that I have to the guidance counselor to, like, work with her and figure out if there's anything that we can do to, like, help him. And she, like I said earlier, like, she's just kind of, like, dismissing him. Like, he's, like, the lower level of her needs right now. Like, he does, like, she's other things to worry about than him, which is frustrating because, like, he's just as important as any other kid at school. But
Right. Have you talked about, or have you tried, have you tried talking to other teachers and seeing if they would help you?
They've called me in for, like, a group parent-teacher conference. Like, usually, like, it's, like, individuals. But, he only has a handful of teachers since he's he's only in, like, second grade or first grade, like, so, like, they kind of go back and forth. Because he's, like, it's hard to say what grade he's in because he does excel in a lot of them, so sometimes they try to, like, give him, like, the more, excelled work, and, like, so I'm not sure if maybe that's, like, what's bothering him, is maybe he's just, like, it's too hard for him, he's frustrated with it, but I don't know, it's just very frustrating. But I did sit down with them, and I talked to them about it, and they were just, like, telling me about, like, what his actions are like and stuff like that, so it's just, they just are kind of wishy-washy. Like, they're all saying this stuff has happened, but when he comes home, he's really not that bad. So, like, I mean, like, he's like a, like a young boy, like, what do you expect kind of type thing. Like, he's never, like, super acting out at home, so that's why I'm just kind of confused as, like, what's happening at school that he's doing that.
Right. And I understand that you said that he's not acting out at home. How is your homesteading doing?
It's okay. I'm kind of struggling with the mortgage right now because, I mean, when we were together, he's a lawyer. Like, he can afford the house that we're living in. And I'm very grateful that he let us stay there because it saved us a lot of the struggle of trying to find a place to live. But I'm also now trying to struggle with this mortgage by myself. And, like, he does, like, chip in because he does, like, understand, like, how expensive the house is and how expensive it is to live there monthly. And so he does help pay with it, but, like, it's kind of like a 50-50 thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's just kind of hard to, like, do that. So, like, I don't really know how much longer I can like afford to live there with the kids, like just trying to provide for them. So, I mean, other than that, like the two kids are not that bad. I mean, Melanie has gotten a lot better with coming home and doing her homework. Bradley, I mean, he'll have his fits every now and again, just like any kid does, like throw a little tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants. But I mean, that's kind of expected. I mean, I usually try to handle it pretty calm, and I think I handle it right. I mean, I don't really know how I handle it wrong, but
Right, and I don't think there is a right or wrong way to handle kids when they get like that. Most of the time, you just let them go or you try, but I don't think there is a right or wrong way. Have you thought about getting your own apartment? Like, what are your thoughts on getting a different house?
I mean, I definitely wouldn't oppose to it, I guess, because either way, I'm still paying like monthly payments, anyways. It's just that I don't really know because right now, technically, like we are still paying on our house, so unless like we like the bank buys it back or something, I mean, technically it's in his name, so I mean, it's not like my fault. Like it's not like I have to really deal with it. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just right now I don't really have any like savings at all to like try to like even find a place and like start it there. So it's just kind of like frustrating to like think about it. But I mean, it's just like when do I even have the time to even look for one?
Right. Yeah, I understand. All of that is probably pretty stressful for you. How is your relationship with your ex doing? Are you guys still civil with each other, or?
Yeah, like I said, like because like the custody thing kind of brought up a little like tension, I guess, but like I guess it's expected. But I mean, it's not too bad. It's still pretty good. I mean, we're still kind of like friends. It's a little awkward now and again, but it's
Right.
not terrible.
Yeah, and that's probably really good for your stress and for the children. So we will talk about more next week and bring up more resources for you and what you could do